Hello everyone, welcome to another one of my London walking videos. If you have been following my videos in the last weeks, you will know that this is part 5 of my walking video. That is because I was having a really long walk on the 21st of April 2019. It was Easter Sunday. It was a bank holiday in the UK. We started off the walk in Covent Garden, wandered around there, got lost a bit, then somehow got to St James's Park, walked through St James's Park to Buckingham Palace. Then from Buckingham Palace we cross over into Green Park. We have walked through Green Park and are now coming out to Piccadilly. So just waiting for the traffic light to cross over to the other side. We are now actually approaching the Japanese Embassy, which is a building on the left-hand side here. So I'm familiar with this section here because I have walked up and down here before. But as we walked up, I decided to turn into one of the side roads off from Piccadilly. From then on, I was completely lost. But this is a really nice section of London to be lost in because it's Mayfair. It's one of the nicest, poshest places in London. So it was actually what kept me going because I keep finding these new, really nice places to get lost into. I haven't a clue where I was going, totally lost. It was only afterward, when I checked on the maps and to see where I've been, that I realised that all I've done was just walking round and round in circles in Mayfair, London. It was a really nice day, so it was quite a nice place to get lost in. However, I couldn't believe how long I walked, because we started the walk at about 2:30 after lunch, and I didn't get to go home until 7:30, 8 o'clock. So I walked solidly for 6 hours non-stop. Quite amazing. So here we are. I'm just about to turn into this road to get lost. So let's get lost together and enjoy this walk. This walk from now on is going to be entirely around the Mayfair section of London. If you play Monopoly, you have probably heard of Mayfair and Piccadilly, very popular subject on Monopoly. And this being the bank holiday weekend, we are having the whole place to ourselves because there's no one around, as all the shops and offices are closed. And if you look on the left-hand side section of the road there, that entire block is being cordoned off, undergoing development and renovation, which seem to be happening all over London. Did you know that both Mayfair and Belgravia, the two of the most expensive plots of lands in central London, belong to the Duke of Westminster? Of course, he doesn't own everything in it, but enough of it to make him the richest man in England, richer than even the Queen. Because even though the Queen owns a lot of valuable things, it is not technically belonging to her. It belongs to the nation, and she just kind of keeps them, looks after them. Whereas the Duke of Westminster, he literally owns the land personally. It's his private fortune. And as you walk along these two areas, you will notice names like Grosvenor Square, Grosvenor Place, Grosvenor Street, probably even Grosvenor Park, I don't know. But, you know, lots of names that contains Grosvenor something, something. That's because Grosvenor is the family name of the Duke of Westminster. So you will see these Grosvenor names scattering all over the place. Of course, where I'm walking on now at the moment is in Mayfair, so I guess where I'm walking now is land belonging to the Duke of Westminster. And even the American Embassy used to be in Mayfair. So the American Embassy was renting this building, this land, off from him. Of course, they wanted to buy it and they asked him to sell it, but he refused to sell it. He would only rent it out to them on a lease. So they eventually, I guess, bought a piece of land in the south of London, in Battersea, and they built the new American Embassy there. In fact, Donald Trump didn't like it. He said it was off-site. It wasn't, the new embassy wasn't centrally enough and wasn't posh enough, and he wasn't happy with it. He refused to come over to inaugurate the embassy when it was opened last year. The Duke of Westminster, like many other English aristocrats, owns lots of other land all over the UK, but I'm guessing it is Mayfair and Belgravia that brings in the lion's share of the income. That's what propelled him to be the richest man in England ahead of all the others. Because if you think about it, a one-bedroom flat in central London, places like Mayfair and Kensington, is worth £1 million. And the same £1 million, you can get a 7-bedroom castle with a huge grounds attaching to the castle somewhere in Scotland. So it's all about location, location, location. we somehow got ourselves into Bond Street, which is one of the most expensive retail estate in London, if not the world. And then we came across this yellow banana just parked here. And people were taking photos of it, and I thought, well, I got to go and do the same. After all, I'm filming the whole thing here. So I went in and joined the fun. I thought it was a Ferrari, but no, someone said it's a Lamborghini. I really haven't a clue what that is. I just thought I'd join the fun and pretending it was mine for a few minutes. So there I was, taking photos and posing in front of it. You know what? Some times ago, I can't remember how far ago this was, maybe a few years ago, I got a chance to sit in one of these cars. I can't say what kind of car it is, but it kind of looks similar to one of these. It's one of these small, flat looking kind of car. As far as I can remember, it looks about the same as this one. So anyway, I got a chance to sit in one of them and got driven about as a bit of a show off. And quite honestly, the view inside the car it's nothing to shout about, because once you sit in the car, you literally almost as if you're sitting at floor level. You're really low down and you can't see anything in front of you, or hardly anything worth seeing. And because it's so low, if you drive around and you for some reason get stuck behind a bus, then you had it. You're really in trouble, because you end up sucking in all the fumes that the bus is pumping out in front of you. So if you want to have a nice commanding view of the surrounding, don't go into one of those cars. Go and sit on a double-decker bus. Just try and go up the double-decker bus, go at the top and get the front row seat. That is the best view you can have. You have a really tall, high, commanding view of everything surrounding you. It's brilliant. So try and do that. Don't go into one of those cars, because there's nothing to see, really. And in fact, if you happen to be next to a bus, you get looked down by the people in the bus, because they are taller than you and they can look down on you and having a good laugh at you, kind of thing. So yes, the view from a double-decker bus is what you want if you want to go sightseeing around London. This section here is New Bond Street, and if I had just continued walking straight down to it, I would get to Oxford Street, where I would know my way and how to get home. But I thought I would just do a quick detour into here and have a look around at the back street of the area. But once I've wandered into here, then I got lost in it and just kind of continued for ages without knowing where I was. So I just kept going until I somehow found myself back out into Oxford Street at the end of it. It was quite a while before I found myself my way out again, but here we are, me getting lost again in the back street of Mayfair. Alright everyone, I think I have finally found my way out of here, because all along this walk within Mayfair, I was just basically lost in it, I think. I had no map, no pointer, no idea where I was. I was just walking along and hoping I'd somehow find my way out, which I think I've done because I'm just now walking up towards Oxford Street. And you can't really get lost in Oxford Street as it's just one long straight road. We are also coming to the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. And the next and final video will be on Oxford Street. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye!